No.
Trouble's our main name. That's if we were in Deftones, we were Trouble. I mean, not the band Trouble. You know, you all over there.
Don't talk. Nah, we didn't have a good ass time. That's all.
How many shows you got left?
20.
Half the tour.
Right on.
Probably like 20, 19.
You guys excited about the album?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's one that should be out, man.
Who produced it?
Terry Date.
Terry Date. What happened to Ross?
Ross did Corn.
Yeah, but he also did your 2 song, didn't he?
Yes.
You guys didn't dig it?
We dug it.
Very much.
Yeah, but he just...
He's a very good friend, but it's just, I think it had more to do with politics
Right on.
involved. You know what I mean?
Politics. What are you guys talking about? Hollywood.
Not necessarily a bad thing, but politics.
That's cool.
The whole business. It's a trip.
And how long have you guys been together?
24 years. 6 years.
6 years.
6 years.
How long ago? When did you guys play LA for the first time? Do you remember?
About 4 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah? Right on.
At the Coconut Teasing.
No way.
And Raji's.
And Raji's. Back when we had hairspray. And boots. And spandex. Yep.
Hey, do you smoke?
Yep.
Can I have a cigarette?
Yep.
Cool. Are they lights?
So we doing the interview right now?
Sure. This is it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey, pause that for a second.
So, tell me about your influences.
The Bad Brains!
I could have guessed that.
Well,
How about you, Chief?
what came up here then?
Listen to a lot of animals. Just noises.
Really?
The goats. Having sex with Stefan. Armadillos.
Dillos.
How about you, buddy? I saw you
God.
sporting the Black Sabbath shirt at one point.
I was raised on all kinds of different music. I mean, you know, my parents played music, and I listen to everything. I just love music.
John Denver.
No,
Right on.
No,
It's all John Denver.
that's all him. You motherfucker did.
I've heard the last song on the album, the really long one.
Oh, yeah.
When you guys listen to The Cure or anything at some point, it seems like?
I love The Cure.
Right on.
That's like one of my favorite bands.
That's cool.
The Cure,
You guys ever going to do that song live?
yeah, we probably will one of these days.
How about tonight?
We tried to play it the other day, and it was kind of funny.
Yeah?
It needs a little bit of work.
It's a good song, like
It's
it's cool, it's like all like real on the spot kind of music. So it was
We did it all when we were really super. Chino was sick. He doesn't smoke pot, to be honest. When we recorded it in the studio.
Is that's going to be on the actual album?
Yes.
I assume?
Well, our singer does.
Oh, you're talking about the very last
The
song.
very last song with the slow parts and...
Yeah, he was on. He did
No,
that on
that's-
Heron.
Listen, let me
Not Engine, the one after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but there's a
yeah.
song after that too. Fifth, there's a song. If you wait a little bit, there's a song, and it's just we made it up on the spot and we just put it in on the record.
It's called Fist.
Fist.
It's part of that Ross thing.
But I think he's talking about Fire
I
Out.
think you might be right. Yeah.
No, he's talking.
He's talking about Fire Out.
Yeah, you're talking
It's
about.
really, it's long.
Not long.
It's
But
got
then
a
there's like
break.
a heavy part in the middle. Goes.
It's got a heavy part and then it just builds really quiet. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's Fire Out.
All right, now I got it.
Fire Out.
There we go.
That was our high time
You have
song.
to say it like you're from Europe.
Fire
You
Out.
have to say it like you're one of the.
Fire Out.
So how come you guys play the Dragonfly so much, man?
I don't know.
The
You
label
know,
bought this night.
they want us to play here because we have a bunch of press coming.
There's a bunch of international press coming
Yeah,
here.
totally. That's why.
They've been showing our video overseas. Now, like every weekend, on like 10 minutes, and has been good balls. So
Doing good over there?
yeah, so it's been really good. So a lot of people are coming out. And they want to see us. They want to witness. They want to witness the real metal.
We're on tour right now, man.
We like the phallic quality of the Dragonfly. That's what
Really?
I'd say here, yeah.
How about that show at the
Large
Viper Room? What was that
body,
all about?
Small head.
That was cool. That was just
Yeah?
you know.
Very cool. Cool place. Cool people.
It was a weird scene before you guys showed up, man. I'll tell
Was
you.
it? Why?
Just weird people there, dude.
Really?
I didn't think you guys were gonna make it
At the Lava Room?
at the Viper Room.
Oh, Viper Room rocks.
I know it was a cool show once you guys, but it was like I was there real early and it was like, are they really gonna play here? You know, and dude, like your crowd was not there. Anyone that looked like would be into it was not there. You know, I was just standing there like, man, you know.
It's cool the way it works out, though. People can trip for a little while, but then they kind of.
Right now we're on tour with the Bad Brains, and every show we play, right when we walk on stage, like there's a lot of punk rockers, and they look up at us and they're like, "Who the f- are you?" And then
people in general.
once we start playing, it's on. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Everybody's just on the
Bodies flying. People
That's because
screaming.
we're good.
Shit. Yeah, just towns we've never been in. You know,
It's cool though.
It's very cool.
Spinkers slamming. We're very conceited.
See, we're really joking about this. See, we were gonna name our record "Conceited" because we're really not conceited.
Uh-huh.
Shit like
We have to have fun. Let's have fun.
What are you gonna name the record?
It's gonna be called Adrenaline.
Ingenting stoppade förutom allt det tråkiga.
Clash or Pistols? Clash. I don't know, I think it's self-explanatory. Sex Pistols is, you know, a little bit more of a joke to me. I mean, I know they did influence a lot of punk bands, but the Clash is just a great band. The Beatles or Stones? Beatles. So much more great music, I think, than the Stones for me. Kiss or Metallica? I have to say Metallica for sure. Kiss, the same thing, is more of a joke. Metallica, great music over the years. Michael Bay or Michael Moore? Neither. Kick-Ass or Iron Man? I saw Kick-Ass the other day. It was pretty funny. Iron Man was good though, but I don't know. I haven't seen part 2. Stephen King or Charles Bukowski? Charles Bukowski. McDonald's or Burger King? Burger King. Lost or CSI? Lost, for sure. That's still one of my favorite shows. 2 more episodes left. Afghani or California Weed? California. New metal? I still hear it. It's not gone away completely, but you know, even when we were titled with that moniker, you know, I think we tried hard to stay left of it, you know, to not fall underneath it. I've always felt like our music is pretty, you know, there's a pretty broad spectrum of sound in it. You know, there is metal influence in it, but when I think of new metal, I think of kind of one sound, and you know, I think we have some of that, but also a lot of other stuff. So it's hard for me just to accept one, you know, that as a title of what kind of music we make. So we've always kind of tried to stray away from it, and knowing that it's called new metal, so one day it's going to be old metal or whatever, and it's going to die off. Next. Owl or horse? Is Deftones obsessed with animals? Although we really do love animals, I don't think that was really the premise of having the owl or the horse on the record. When we were writing songs for White Pony, I came up with the title White Pony. I said we should call this record White Pony. I didn't know we were going to have a white pony on the cover. The name was inspired from a song, old like disco song. There was this part, if you want to ride the white pony. It's always been a pretty mystical creature. When we were talking about album covers, I mentioned that I'd like to have an owl on the, and the vision that I had of the owl was much different from what I ended up seeing. But when I met with the art director, he brought me in this picture of this owl, which is on the cover, and I was blown away by it. And the record, to me, has that nighttime feel to it. I mean, every song kind of takes place at night. Bad Brains. One of the greatest bands, I think, of all time. You know, really pushing boundaries as far as like not just being one type of band. I mean, they started off like a punk band, whatever, but they also, you know, integrated you know, reggae roots. And throughout the years, I mean, they've you know, brought in metal influences, and you know, they're just and really soulful. I mean, they do that kind of music, like hard, you know, aggressive music, but they do it, I think, really soulful. And I think that was one of the biggest inspirations for us as a band, that, you know, we wanted to have soul in our music. We didn't want to just make, you know, ginger the whole time. Bjork, PJ Harvey, you know, probably two of my favorite female singers. I love the way Bjork sings. I think it's very unorthodox. Every record is different. Every song is pretty different. You don't always know where she's going next, you know. She's always seems to be experimenting, and I like that. I think it's interesting. 7 words. It's my least favorite song of ours. One of them. Not because it's a terrible song, because it's funny. I have a son he's 12 years old, and out of all our songs, still that's his favorite song. It's weird to me, you know, because even as a young kid, you know, he didn't know it from back in the day. He just knows it from now, from all our other songs, and he still likes it. So for some reason, people like this song a lot. I wrote this song when I was 15 years old. The lyrics and pretty much everything. When I sing it now, or when I think about it, you know, I'm pretty far connected, or I'm disconnected from it, just because I think I was just such an angry kid, you know, when I wrote it, and I think maybe that's why a lot of people like it. Hey, what's up? This is Chino from Deftones, and you're watching MusicMat.com. Next.
I mean, our songs aren't cheesy, so that's all that really matters, you know. Yeah, by the time we got out there to the lava, it was a little crazy because, like, for the previous days, like, just flying in, like, I think I hadn't slept like in a couple days, like, for real, like, really lack of sleep. So I was like pretty much euphoric by the time I got there. I just, you know, was really just out of it. And honestly, it felt like, I mean, it looked like what you'd picture Mars looking like as far as like the whole place itself. I mean, it was really futuristic, which was really cool. And then we went to go looked for lava, to find actual lava, and I actually didn't think we were gonna find any. And I was really surprised when we first saw this little bit pop out. It was insane, man. It was like, I don't know. I mean, you couldn't stand like 3 feet from it because you would like, your face would just melt off. It was so damn hot. But it was cool, man. It was just cool to check out. And then we actually ended up finding a bunch of lava, and by that time it was getting kind of late, so we headed back. It was a good day though. We showed up at the mountain, and that whatever that dude was, some priest or something, man. It was weird. He'd start telling the story. Well, first he started talking to us in some other language. I guess it was the Hawaiian language he was talking to us in. I didn't understand anything he was saying there, but then he started telling a story, and I didn't quite understand it. But he seemed to be like, you know, he was pretty much like, you know, giving us some kind of respect to go in there. I mean, he gave us this little bless and stuff, which was it was pretty cool. The whole time we were there, you know what I mean. The one thing they kept always reminding us of is that, you know, it's a very like spiritual place, you know what I mean. And so be very respectful towards the place. And we're pretty much respectful people. We ain't gonna go out there and cause any trouble. We joke around a lot. That's one thing, but it was fun, man. It was so good just to be able to do a lot of things that a lot of the people, you know, aren't able to do, you know. The Wapio Valley trip was pretty dope. It was we had descending down that mountain. That was crazy because that was insane for me because I was afraid. The ground was wet for one, and I was reading. They had the big sign in the car. I don't know if you read it, but do not ride brakes. They will fail. And I just like saw that sign, and I just pictured us going over that cliff. And then the guy was like telling me, oh yeah, there's cars down there that hadn't made it. I was like, oh shit. But it was pretty scary. Once we got down, it was really cool though, going through all that water. It was dope. And then we're actually getting to the beach and like seeing a pretty, like, you know, desolate place on the island, you know what I mean? That's like you know, not too many people go down there. And it was cool, man. You could see the waterfall, and that might be nice, but I mean, it was cool. I couldn't live like that. That's weird. I mean, that's just like, the guy had like the toilet. It was the craziest thing. It was like outside this little like wooden thing, and it was like faced like away from the house, like towards like where people would come. I guess like that old Western thing. You don't want to be caught with your pants down kind of thing. I think it was just like it was a nice part of the day. I mean, the sun was going down. I kind of wanted to. I felt like swimming, but once I felt the water, it was pretty cool. But it was just a nice time of the day, and you know, it was like probably the most content part of the day. The rest of the day, I felt like we were kind of rushing to do something. And a lot of this trip, that was like one thing that was kind of weird because usually, like, you know, when you like to go do stuff, you like to kind of do it at, you know, at your leisure because you're doing it. But when you have to do things on a time schedule, you know what I mean, you're always kind of your mind somewhere else. But that part of time, it was like that was pretty much the last thing we knew we had to do that day, and it was a nice time of the day. It wasn't all late, we weren't all tired, and it was just kind of, you know, relaxing. I thought it was cool, man. I thought, you know, I obviously I feel overworked just because of my own schedule at home right now, where I'm so bugged out on like so many projects I'm working on musically. And you know, I've been keeping myself like really busy, which is good for me. But then coming here, it's supposed to be a time to like, to me it felt like Hawaii. We're gonna go. It's time to go like relax there. It was totally just like the opposite. It was like it was doing cool shit, but it was like doing it like I said on a schedule and everything. So it was a lot different. But I loved it. I mean, like I said, I feel very like happy that we could play music, and our music like enables us to go all over the world and play what we do for people. It's pretty cool. So everyone should just have fun, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like this whole thing could be like, could have been really stupid and cheesy if you want it to be like, you know, Deftones with nature, which our music seems like so far away from. But I think you know, if you just do what you feel, just you know, do your music. I mean, you could take your music to, you know, to a junkyard and it could be beautiful. You could take your music to the ocean, it could be beautiful. If it's beautiful music, it's beautiful anywhere, especially with a good scenery. You know, it should be cool. So. We're gonna go inside and meet everybody from Deftones here. By the way, I'm Chino, so, you know, here I am. Come on in. Today's our day off, you see. There's Mac. It's our bass player, Chi Chang. You see, he's pretty into his, what's he reading this week? Inches, oh, right on. Over here, we have Abe, our drummer. He's, you see, he's going over some drum. What are you guys doing right now?
Just some serious shit right here. Drum supply stuff, you know.
So this is actually Stefan's house. He lives here with our road manager and everybody else. We're in Cleveland right now, Cleveland, Ohio. We got people doing laundry today. Come on. Down here would be Stefan's cave. This is our guitar player, Stefan Carpenter, in his place of residence. What are you doing, an interview right now or what? Yeah. Previous on an interview right now. Like I said, we don't stop. We just kind of constantly working. So now you know everybody. We'll be seeing you. This is basically our home when we're not at home. Let's see what we got here. Come on up. It's our front lounge here. It's where everybody hangs out when we have day drives. It's rare we drive in the daytime. We usually drive at night. We play a show. Basically got about maybe an hour and a half to get all our things together, put them on the bus, and then we're out and we sleep. And this is where we sleep. Come on, I'll show you. Before that is our laboratory, which, you know, can't throw any solids down there. This is where we sleep. These are our bunks. You know, curtains close and open and close. Basically like miniature coffins. We're preparing ourselves for death here. These are, this is my bunk right now. As you see, it's kind of messy. I got snot rags in here. Actually, these aren't mine. We got I always carry my lunch wherever I go, so I make sure I bring my Star Wars lunch pail.
So how would you describe your own music?
I would say that it's heavy, but it's not all heavy. I mean, it's more heavy emotionally than it is heavy all the time, just in your face. I mean, I think our music is really dynamic. It has a lot of different moods. Maybe a good word would call it moody music. Coldest things, and all it does is warm me up inside. It makes me feel really tight, really, you know, really unique. It gives me like a little bit of identity within myself, and
I'm coming at you from more of a vulnerable side, which is something that's not really in heavy music these days. It's not really, you know, common. It's usually if there's hard music, it's usually like somebody, you know, yelling about how tough they are or whatever. And me, I feel a lot of insecurities, I think, a lot of times, you know, and I think that comes out sometimes in the music, and which offsets the heaviness. One of the main bands I think that really influenced me was Faith No More, who was a band that made heavy music, but it was also really melodic. There was a lot of the vocals, especially, were really intelligent. I think a lot of it was really rhythmically tight. A lot of the vocals, and there's a lot of melody to them. And that's something I really adored. So that was something I kind of try to go for, if anything.
Neighbors are all real happy right now. It's normally a quiet, peaceful neighborhood.
I think a lot of people think of heavy metal and they think of the big hair, you know, and the leather, and you know the booze and the chicks, you know what I mean? And that, I mean, I definitely see that as part of, you know, a lifestyle. I mean, especially for us, since we're always out on tour all the time and always out, and you know, at clubs every night, and you know, drinking almost every night and partying almost every night. But it's not what we base our music on. Our music's based around, you know, just more lively, you know, more things that are more true to our actual life, and I think a lot of people can identify with that, and it makes the music a lot stronger. It makes it more, you know, gives it more worth. Picture of my 1-year-old, who's in this picture. I think he's 6 months. This is around Christmas time. So this is Jacoby. This is a little closer, a little photo of him. He's 1 now, so this is like, you know, half a year ago, actually. It's my wife, Celeste. This is me and my 4-year-old here playing puzzle on the kitchen floor around Christmas time. I'm never at home for too long of a time, so I haven't really experienced really being home. It's like when I go home, it's sort of like vacation, because I'm living a completely different lifestyle. Like, you know, I go home and I have my family there. I have my brothers and sisters. I have my 2 little boys, and it's like it's weird. It's like it feels really, really good. It feels really normal. But then I'm home for like maybe 5 days, and I already start to kind of get a little bugged out, because I'm so used to just moving all the time, and it starts to get a little frustrating. Even though I love being home, I love spending time with my family and friends. It's like, you know, you just kind of got to weigh it out.
What do you think? You think the line's straight enough? I don't know. We'll see.
Where do you see yourself in 10 or 20 years? Still in the band?
I don't know if it's going to be this band. I don't know what it'll be, but I know definitely I'll be doing something that has to do with music. I mean, that's the love of my life, is music, and I'm sure I'll always be doing something with music, whether it's even working at a record store. I know I'll be in, you know, something that has to do with music. I love music that much, and it inspires me to live. So I'm going to be doing music forever. I mean, till the day I die, I'll be in my bed with my Walkman on listening to music, I'm sure.
What's up? Ready to get filmed all day?
How you doing?
Very good.
patties, eh?
I know, I got my green one. What's your good?
Let's go get a drink. Right here, the Highlander. Look, it's bumping right now.
It is, huh?
Those things work. It's got it's hella sensitive.
So perfect, man.
We gotta get her permission though. Alright. Let's go by her house, dude.
I'll just talk.
She's home, dude.
She is?
Yeah. I don't like to explain shit anyways. Yeah. I don't like to explain to me, really. I mean, music stuff. I kind of like it the way it is, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.